Hey guys, Creator Mom. So on my channel, I talk quite a bit about growing up with a narcissistic parent and experiencing a narcissistic mother. Namely, I don't talk much about the paternal side of things. um, so, and I was thinking this morning about any beliefs that I had developed with the experience of my biological father. And, you know, and I also was reading about how, you know, your like situations changing isn't what necessarily makes someone feel better. Changing our beliefs is what changes our feelings. Changing our beliefs about things, about who we are, or, just any unresourceful beliefs that we've picked up along the way, due to our assumptions and observations. So changing beliefs is what makes you feel better. But anyways, it made me think about how I had to create a belief when I was young about why my father was the way he was, why he was so absent. And I think about this sometimes because it's like my mother did this thing where she wanted to bring me around my father and my father's family so that I could know them. But really, was anybody there worth knowing? And I know that may sound harsh, but what I mean is that did anybody there care to know me? You know what I mean? Anyways, but the thing is that when she would bring me around, the block, or bring me around places that my father might be. Now, granted, they were young because my mother had me at 16, and I think my father was probably around 18 or so. But by the time we got to this stage of where I became aware, at least, or I was, consciously involved in this trying to bring me around my father, trying to locate him, trying to find him so I could see him, I was already older. So, he was probably like 28, maybe 27, I would say, something like that. I don't know if she had tried to bring me around him before, like maybe it was 5. I don't know. I can only really speak for what I remember. So, I don't really have any positive memories from that. I think I do remember feeling really not good enough because these people were, like my grandmother from my father's side, like very Puerto Rican, first generation, in the United States, probably type Puerto Rican. Right, yeah. Like all my grandparents are first generation in the United States, I think. Or that their parents, no, I'm mistaken. I think their parents might have come, but something like that, pretty close. So, um, I remember my grandmother from my father's side being like kind of nice to me and stuff, but I felt not good enough because I think that one thing about me that was always like brought up is that like I look white or I seem white. Now, all these people are light skinned people, but I didn't speak a lot of Spanish. I didn't act Puerto Rican. But which hanging around them a little more helped me to develop those what they would call more Puerto Rican aspects, like wearing big earrings that said my name in them. I mean, just cultural, silly stuff from back then. But, um, I don't know if I necessarily think it was important for me to be exposed to these people. Not everybody was a quality person. And I didn't really see the desperation to bring me around such people, especially, my father. Like, what did he have to offer me that I needed to know him so much for, you know? Maybe she was afraid that I would wonder who my father was like she did because she had never met hers, right? Because we do that as parents a lot, right? Our actions come out of what we wished our parents would have done for us, or what we thought we lacked in childhood. But our kids are not us. That's the problem. They're not us. They're not perceiving things like us. It's like a totally different situation. So I'm not sure if being exposed to this man really benefited me at all. Actually, and it helped me to create certain beliefs, such as I think there were beliefs intended to protect me from feelings of low self worth in a way. Feelings such as, well, it's not his fault he can't be a father. It's just not innately in him. It doesn't come naturally for him. It's not in him to be like that. So it's okay. And therefore, it's not his fault. So I don't have to feel like this was something done purposely to me. So he has 2 more kids. My dog is so funny. She wants the bacon on the counter. She just stares at stuff and she looks at me. No, Casey. So yeah, just believing that he just couldn't do it. It just wasn't in him. And this belief did carry over for me into marriage. Thinking that, well, like no one's perfect and this person is not doing the things he's kind of supposed to be doing because he's just so broken. He's just not able to do it. Like, just give him a break. Like, it's okay. He just can't. How can you blame somebody or put fault in somebody who just doesn't have the inner ability to do something? So yeah, I think that belief was probably created to protect myself. And to separate myself, right? To be like, that's him, that's his problem. I'm over here. It doesn't matter. But, maybe it did matter. And I'm just, maybe there's going to be more revealed to me that experience, more revealed beliefs that experience might have gave me that I don't even realize. So it's just, and now I look at him today and I think, aren't you ashamed of your inadequacy as a father? Aren't you ashamed for the way that you're not there? You weren't there for me. Because there's never been an acknowledgement of wow, I wasn't there for you. I realized that, and I never knew what it felt like to have just like a successful, warm-hearted, loving father. Although he wasn't mean, you know? But he was absent because he had no character, you know? All right, I think that's all I'm going to share.